Hello everyone, this is Darby Gilbertson coming to you live from my craft room in the sticks of central Alberta, Canada. It's March, what is the date today? Oops, sorry. It is March 28th. And I'm going to try a live video again. This time I'm trying my iPad and I have a different mount, so hopefully if I'm just looking at my phone I can see your comments this time and I'll get a little better picture. So again, please let me know if I'm upside down, inside out, whatever. This is a learning curve. So, okay, well that looks pretty good when I look at my iPhone or iPad. Yeah, my iPhone. That's way better than it was yesterday anyways. Maybe I'll move it just a tinge. A little bit. Does that help at all? Oh, there we go. Oh, much better. Much better. You can still see my messy desk, but that's better than it was. Okay, so we're going to make this card today, and this card is made with the Sweet Bugs Suite, and it is the cutest set. I haven't actually used it too much, but we're going to make a card with it today. I actually made my swap for on stage with it, so it was similar to that. Well, I guess it was, yes, it was very similar to this one. Had a, oh, it's upside down. I'm upside down? Really? I don't look upside down. Ah, it is upside down. Ha! Thank you, Nicole. Got my sister watching to tell me what's happening. Hopefully that. Sorry if I made you dizzy there. Okay. How's that? Is that better? Like I put on my on the Facebook page yesterday, I did order a new phone mount. Hopefully be a little easier to adjust than this one is. This one's not bad. The one I used yesterday was crapola. So is that a little better? It's better. You can still see my, I need to go over this way just a teensy bit. There, that might work. Okay. Okay. I think we kind of got it. It's about as good as we're going to get, probably. There. Okay. Not bad. Good. Thanks, Nicole, telling me it's upside down. It's awesome. Okay, so we're going to use Sweet Bug Suite. This is it. It's a photopolymer set, which Stampin' Up's pretty much totally gone to. And that's the card we're going to make. And this is the card I use for my swaps, that I made for my swaps for on stage. And it has a explosion. It's called an explosion card. So that's the one I made. So that's the only time I've used it, really. So this time I came up with this. I used the DSP. It's called Bugs something. Let me see what it's called. Cute as a Bug. And there is such cute paper with this. I'll just quickly show you. This is one. Other sheets are like this, so you can cut them up and you can make them into cards, card fronts. I thought those were really cute. And it has these ones with the snails and everything. I thought those were pretty cute too. Look at those little bugs having lunch together and the snail. It's adorable. And today I used this piece. the mushroom piece in the top part. That little cute little mushrooms. And the back is this, is the red plaid. And what else we got in here? I have this one. That one's pretty too, with the strawberries and blackberries and little bees in there. And there's the other side of that. I don't really love that, but I love that side. And I think we had one more that was kind of a gray color. Gray? Was it that one? That was this one. I think it's the same, or no, I guess it's not quite the same, but it's similar to the other one. It just has a gray background. Probably that color cloud cover. So anyways, that's the paper we used for that. So I made a little thing here for you guys to make to take a card sketch of everything you need to make the card. So the first thing I used was a card base of Old Olive. So it's cut this way. It's cut by 11 by 4 1/4. And then I'm going to mat the front with this Mossy Meadow mat, and it is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Hopefully you can see that. Maybe I have to pull it down a little bit. There we go. And I cut the mushroom paper 2 1/2 by 3 3/4, and the red plaid 2 1/2 by 3 3/4 also. Then you need, for the inside, 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And I'll credit Rose Coleman with this. She says if you cut it this size, you get, what do I want to say, 8 pieces? 8 or 10 pieces out of an 8 1/2 by 11 piece of paper. So that's good. And then you need a scrap of white. And some scraps of Old Olive also. And I'm going to show you a trick about that. Also, I used the To the Point labeled punch. Also some Mossy Meadow stitched satin ribbon. This is old ribbon though, so I didn't have any current Mossy Meadow ribbon. Hopefully you have something in your stash you can work, and that will work, and this worked really good, so I used that. And also, what else did I use? A Take Your Pick tool. I used a little bit of Wink of Stella. A light smoky slate blend pen. Words are hard, remember? Marker. And, well, actually I used ink, Strawberry Slush ink, and water painters. If you have water painters, those are really handy. It made the little it made these little mushrooms on here a nice light color. And then I used the Strawberry Slush marker to make the little dots on it. So I did use that marker, and I also used a light pecan pie marker for that. A real red marker for the ladybug, and Mossy Meadow ink for this. So Mossy Meadow and Strawberry Slush ink. And I guess I used black too for those. Okay, so if you get all that stuff together, or you want to take a screenshot of the stuff you need. Oh, and the last thing I did was I fussy cut one of these little guys. One of those, because I'm going to do a little bit of masking with it on here, right there, to make it look like the grass, and that is sitting behind him, or he's sitting on the grass. Okay, so if you get all that together and you want to craft along, that'd be great. If not, you can just watch a replay later, I guess. So the first thing I do is take the card and fold it in half. Can't find my bone folder, of course, because, you know, who needs a bone folder? So that was the card base. Then I took the mat, the 4 by 5 1/4 Mossy Meadow mat, and I took my 2 pieces here. Actually, move that out of the way and do this. I glued this and this one, the mushroom one, onto there. So get my glue out. Here we go. They're both the same size, so just try and line them up good. I think that one I did about like that. Here's my mushroom one. We're going to put that right on top of that one. I suppose that's a little crookedy right there. That doesn't matter if you have a gap here because you're putting ribbon over it anyways. Okay, so we got that done. Now, the next thing I did was take some tear and tape and the ribbon. Where'd my ribbon go? Right in front of me. Okay, so I turned it over, took my tear and tape, kind of figured out where that was, about here. This is thanks to Christine Bertram, who taught it to Rose Coleman, who taught it to me to make a tear and tape sandwich for your ribbon so it doesn't come off. So I did that. The ribbon's going right across here. So I just left a little bit on each end like that. Turned it over. Pushed it onto the tear and tape. Make sure it's, yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's give it a little snip if I can find my scissors because there's so much on my desk. I guess I'll use these ones. Ooh, they're very sharp. Okay, anyways, there we go. Did that. Ooh. And then you put another piece of tear tape over this, and that makes it the sandwich so it doesn't come off. So there you go. Got that one. Take your pick tool. It takes this off easily because if you have nails, it makes it pretty hard to get the tear and tape off. Anybody watching curling today? I've been watching Canada and Scotland just started. Hope Canada wins. They won their first game. Spoiler alert. Sorry if you haven't watched it yet. All right, then I glued this onto our card front. Go. Okay, so we have that part of it. Pardon me, so we can put that aside for now. Put our ribbon aside. We don't need that anymore. Okay, now I think the next thing we're going to do is the little bug guy. So that's where the scrap of white comes in. Just make sure your scrap of white is big enough. Oh, we got it on our paper. Take this off. Big enough to cut like this, or I guess you could just, I'll just punch it out first. Punch that out first. And we're going to put a mat of Old Olive behind it. So here's the trick with Old Olive, with that. You don't have to cut a whole piece out and waste, like a whole piece like this. You don't have to waste all that cardstock. All you have to do is take a piece like this, just take the edge, and you only need like that much. So cut one of those. You don't even need that much. Cut one of those, and that's going to go behind there as the mat. See? You only used a little bit of paper from a little scrap, and you can still cut 2 more out of that. That's the tip of the day. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to try and do is I'm going to get my mat. I'm going to put him on here, and I'm going to put some grass and stuff around him. Where'd he go? Okay, here he is. So you kind of pick approximately where you want. Okay, now he's stuck on my punch. Oh, come on. And what I had done on this was put a little bit of this green glue on him, and I let it sit for a little bit until it was tacky. So it's tacky, so I can put it down and still get it, bring it up later. So I put him approximately where I want him, and that's our mask. Oh, uh-oh, I broke his little, broke his little thing off, you guys. Oh, well, I'll just write it. I'll just draw it in with a pen later. So, well, actually, no, that's not right. I did break his little thingy off, but I'm going to stamp him on there first. I'll stamp him first. I'm just using Memento black ink. I'm going to stamp him on there first. Line him up where I want him. There we go. There, look how cute he is. And now get the mask. Put the little mask on him. So it doesn't matter that we're missing one of his antennas. And I'm going to take the green ink and, oh no, wait. I guess it doesn't matter if we do the grass first or the mushrooms. So the mushrooms, I can do them first too. I use pecan pie ink. Sorry, I forgot to tell you about that one. And I just stamp him, ink him up, and I kind of, yeah, it looks good having it there. There you go. See, so it looks like it's behind him. When I take the mask off, you're going to see that. So we did that guy. Now we need the grass. Where'd the grass go? Here's the grass. Grass, and I used Mossy Meadow. And I just, this is the flower stamp that goes with it. I don't want the flower in there. So I'm just stamping or inking just the grass part up like that, right on the edge. There. And then I decide where I want the grass. That's where I'm stamping them, right there. There's a little, no, it's not on there very good. Put grass wherever you want. I want some grass over here too. So stamp some there. There we go, that's better. And I'll do one more. And I'll put it down here by his leg. There. Okay, I think we got them all. And then we're going to take the mask off. And ta-da! It looks like he's sitting in some grass. Well, that one's not great there, but the rest of it's okay. And if you want to brighten it up a little bit, just take one of your pens and just fix it up a bit. But that looks pretty good, I think. So that's fine. Okay, so we got all the stamping for that part done. Just to save time, I did stamp these flowers like this. I don't know what these are called. Do you guys know what these are called? I was going to call them bluebells, but I don't know. I guess you can color them whatever color you want. And I took one of the markers, the light one I showed you where to go, light Mossy Meadow, and I just colored in the, how do things disappear? Like, there it is. Okay. Is that light Mossy Meadow? Yeah. I just took my light Mossy Meadow marker and I just colored the leaf with it. Leaves, 2 leaves. And I'm just going to leave the little flowers white because I'm going to color them with Wink of Stella. So there, we got that done. I guess now we can color the, what color is this? Real red. We can color the bug. It's real red. There we go. Look how cute he is. And then I took light pecan pie. I think that's the color. No, I almost colored my bug the wrong color. I took light smoky slate marker and colored the body of the ladybug. There we go. There. And I didn't color the book, but I guess I could color the book. What color should we color the book? Do you think green is a good color for a book? We could just color him. Don't really like it white. There, we'll color him green. Perfect. Okay, then what I did with the mushrooms is I couldn't find anything that was light enough that I liked that was like reddish. Unless, I guess I could try a pink, sort of a, yeah, I wanted a reddish color. So I took my strawberry slush and I pushed down on here so that a little bit of ink got in here. And what I did was take my watercolor pen, you can see that, and I squeezed. It has push on it, on where you push for the water to come out there. And I got a little bit of water in my lid of my ink pad there, like a little bit. I even did it off on a paper towel a little bit because I didn't want it very dark at all. There we go. This seems a little dark. Anyway, so I just colored the caps of the mushrooms with it. Even that's darker than my first one, but whatever. There we go. Did that, and then your marker, you just take a paper towel or Kleenex or whatever, and you just wipe it back and forth like this. Maybe squeeze a little more water out of it, and you can get most of the color out of there so you can use the next color on it. It does clean up pretty good, so I used that on that. Then I took the strawberry slush marker, put this away before I stick my elbow in it, which is a Darby thing to do. Right, Nicole? Nicole's watching. I know she knows it's a Darby thing to do. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see here. Okay, then I just took the strawberry slush marker and I made some little, doop, like that. Made its little things on its mushroom. Okay, so next thing I did was take the light pecan pie, and I think that's what I did. Yeah, I just colored the stems of the mushroom with it a little bit. It's very light touch with it. And I guess I did a little bit under here. I tried not to fill in the whole thing, like leave a little bit of weight there. There we go, and our little guy, he is done, except for we could put the flowers on. So I just took my mini dimensionals, turn this guy over, and just put these on here. And I'll show you the dies that come with this set in a second, because this was cut out with a die. I didn't fussy cut it. Guess I could have, but everything has a die these days. Got that. There, got them all on there. Get rid of that. And we just kind of stuck this guy right over his head like that. There. Look how cute he is. Okay, now we're just going to turn him over, put some glue here, and we're going to put the old olive pieces on it to make it look a little, like just to have a backing so it sticks out a little bit. It's not just glaring white, right? Because I don't like that. I like a little bit of color to things, or I tend to color the edges of things because they're too white, stark white. Gotta dress it up a little bit. Oops. Ooh. Okay, so just kind of eyeball that. Got a couple seconds of wiggle room with this glue. That's why I like the glue as opposed to the what's it called? The tape glue they have. I don't like it. There we go. There we go, our cute little bug. Now I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of him, and this time I'm going to use the big dimensionals. Is there any comments? I can't see any comments. Okay. I don't know if that's a me thing or nobody's here, except for Nicole. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3. Oops. Get those on there. 4. Oops, get in there. Okay, oops, come on. Okay. Get those on good. If you're here, say hi. I see. It looks like 7 people are watching. That's good. I got a whole bunch of followers now here, so I can do live videos. Now I need you all to go over. I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel, which is just Darvey G, Stamping Up Demonstrator, I guess I am. And follow me over there if you can. I have to upload this video first, though, because they won't let you do live videos over there also, unless you have, I don't know, I think over there you need 50 followers. Like, what a pain. But if you could do that, it would be great. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh, we're going to do a little faux bow on here. Because on this one, if you see, I have the little, I'm making this shake, aren't I? It's a little shaky, sorry. I just feed the ribbon through here, tie a little bow. There we go, tied it pretty tight. And then, like I said, oh, there they are. I have a set of these scissors for just for ribbon, and I can never find them. But they're way sharper if you don't use your paper scissors for cutting the ribbon, I found. So there we go. Got a little bow. Can like have it, I don't know, whichever way you want it. There we go. With that, now, gee, we're almost done already. The happy birthday. So this happy birthday stamp is from the product of the month for, I could be wrong, but I think it was for January. Fabulous Sayings. It's a really nice stamp set. So I took this happy birthday because a lot of things aren't long enough, and I did little stamp surgery, as Rose says, and I cut it just away from, I just cut it in 2. And then I just put it on the block the way I need it, and works perfectly for this. So I'm going to use my Mossy Meadow ink. I'm gonna ink that up good. I just move it around on the stamp set, make sure I get it inked up really good, because you don't, I mean, they're see-through stamps, so you can go back and stamp it if you miss a little bit of ink on one, but it's harder to do that, so I try and ink it up really good first. And we're just gonna hopefully be straight. And just stamp that. Hold it down for a second. There we go. I'm happy with that. That looks pretty good. Again, close my ink pad. Okay, so all we have to do on the front, actually we'll do the inside just to finish that. And hopefully I have one here somewhere. Where are you? Here you are. So all I'm going to do is this, and I cut some of this paper a little bit off at first, so I had these little bits left. So I'm just going to take one of these, not that one because it's too short, but I'm just going to take one of these and glue it across the bottom here, because I think that looks pretty. A little bit more light there. Is that better? Might be better. So I'm just going to glue that there. There we go. Glue that there. I think that's cute. It just brings a little bit of the card from the outside to the inside of the card. So put that there. Oh, let's see. Did we do anything else inside? Nope. Just glued that on. So glue that on the inside. Okay. There we go. I think that's kind of cute. If you want, you could all, you know, you could take a little bit of mushroom. Oh, let's do that. I think that'd be cute. Let's do it with, what's this? Let's do it with pecan pie. I think that's cute. There. Pecan pie mushroom. Look how cute that is. You can color it if you want. I'm not going to color it. I'm just going to leave it like that. And the very last thing we're going to do is take some Wink Stella. If you don't know what Wink Stella is, it's just a little, oh, it's sparkly. A sparkle brush. And it just goes right on like that. You probably can't tell by the camera. I don't know. But it just adds a little vavoom to your card. A little bit of sparkle. And who couldn't use a little bit of sparkle on their card, right? Just finishes it off, I feel. There we go. And I don't know, can you see the sparkle on there? Maybe, maybe not. It's kind of dark there. Anyways, that's our card. So I will let you go for now. Have a good rest of your weekend. I probably won't be live again until next week when I get my pre-order. And then I will be live to show you what I got from the new catalog. So for now, thank you for joining me. And have a good rest of your evening.